Okay, Paula, what made you want to do the Masked Singer?
Well, they asked me. That's what made me do it. They asked, and I didn't know what the Masked Singer was. So I did the deep dive and watched, lots of shows with my daughter who encouraged me to do it. And we had a lot of fun watching it. And it caused me to kind of get over myself, my seriousness and my snobbery, and just embrace having fun and lightening up. So it was a really healthy lesson in lightening up and, taking in some joy. And it's been joyful also watching it with my family, my kids, and giving my old folks something to watch because they're elderly and they're in their lazy boys watching a lot of television. So it's been such a like joyful, fun, unexpected ride. I never expected that I would have done something like this. But 2024 has just been full of surprises.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun to watch you, and your voice is so amazing. I know you really wanted to make it into the quarterfinals, but sadly you were eliminated. What was it like to hear that you were going home after they had just said that this was your best performance thus far?
Oh, it's okay. I
Yeah.
don't think I really needed to win at all. Like I kept unattachment. I kept my Buddhist sense of unattachment and stoicism and just I really enjoyed the process. I enjoyed the dancing. I enjoyed the team behind me. Everyone was fantastic to work with. So in fact, it got more anxiety provoking the deeper I got. I really hated the battle
Oh,
royale
really?
by I don't like a sing off, like
Yeah.
a music competition like that. It's so antithetical to what music is for me, which is a unifier.
Mhm.
Music is unifying. So I didn't like it getting so competitive, and I was honestly kind of relieved when it was over. But then after losing and being unmasked and whatever, I went back to my team that kind of builds me every night, puts on my mask and everything. And I cried a little tear because I was going to miss them so much. It was
Oh,
sad to leave the bubble.
yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So I was sad to leave that, but I don't need to win the Masked Singer or awards. That's not why I do this. It was just good for me to
Mhm.
light and have fun. I had fun. And I think Buffalo, they were beautiful. So I hope they win.
Yeah, they are great. They are. Speaking of that team that helped put you together and that ship
Mm.
mask, what was it like to wear that? Because it seemed super top heavy.
It was top heavy.
Yeah,
I couldn't make some move where I'm putting my head forward, woo,
yeah,
it would have been flying off of me. And brilliant costume. I actually had a lot more mobility than the giant furry and feathered creatures. Um, I loved Ship. She occupies a place in my heart. I miss her. I loved my anonymity. It gave me some freedom and agency. Um, I loved her grandeur and her queenliness. That was all good. I needed to duck every time I went through doorways because I was very tall and I had kind of a wide berth. So my shoulders, they had these ships on my
yeah.
shoulders. So I'd kind of tend to walk sideways through doorways and duck down. But singing inside was no problem. Singing, I had a lot of freedom. I felt lucky to have my costume.
It looked really fun, even though it was looked a little hard to navigate. It was one of the more intricate costumes I feel like we've seen.
It was beautiful. It
Definitely.
was
Yeah,
truly an artistic piece, and those people are incredible.
yeah, definitely. Who did you tell about your performance? Who was in the know about what you were doing?
It's funny because none of my friends or family watch the show, but now they do. Um, so I had to tell them if I wanted to have anyone I loved see what I do. So I told my family, my old folks, my kids, my husband, just the inner circle.
Yeah,
And then it's been so much fun watching it together. Still makes me nervous. I'm so glad last night is over. You know? That was nerve-wracking. Oh, I hated the battle royale. Yeah.
what's the reaction been now this morning, kind of after people have watched not just in your inner circle, but other artists and friends. Have you received any messages after your performance?
Lots of love online on the
Mhm.
socials and all that. And I loved that people thought I was Annie Lennox. That amused me because um and those were the fans. Like they had better ears than most of the judges, I thought,
Yeah.
with that suggestion of Annie Lennox, because she was a huge influence to me. Her voice, like she's partly part of the reason why I started doing what I do. So that made sense to me, but some of the other suggestions by the judges didn't make sense at all, like Alanis or Cyndi Lauper, like their voices that don't sound like anybody but their own. Definitely not like mine. I don't know, just a lot of love. And some people say, "Oh, I'm so disappointed you left." It's all okay. It's all just an entertainment show. It's fun. That's all it's meant to be. And I'm back at doing what I do, which is making my music and writing and touring, and it was really fun. I'm just glad to have been part of it.
Would you ever do anything like that again?
This was a lesson in letting go, lightening up, and
Mhm.
saying yes. So yes, I think I would. I surprised myself
Yeah.
because normally I'm circumspect and take myself too seriously. So um, I'm open to what the universe provides.
Speaking of your new music, I know you released a new album last spring, Low. What can you tell us about the album? And do you have more new music in the works?
I'm, even though people know my songs, or maybe they've heard me on The Masked Singer,
Mhm.
the songs, people know the songs. But they don't necessarily know this shy, introverted artist. And first of all, I'm glad people just got to hear my voice through a mask and get to know my voice a little bit. Um, but I have, 11 or 12 albums out there. I haven't stopped doing what I do, which is I write, I think, I process the world and I put it into my songs. I consider myself a writer first. And I'm just going to keep doing what I do. Low is my newest album. We released it this year at a wonderful critical review, and I've been um, going about the world and tour more than I have in a long time. So that's been incredibly rewarding.
Mhm.
And I still have some dates on the books, some tour dates on the books. So I'll do some shows this month. And I'm going to take some time to go back to writing, but I'm going to be working on a book and a musical.
Oh,
That's all
wow.
very early stages of the book and the musical. And then I'll be announcing more tour dates in 2025 and keep doing what I do, touring, performing, writing, all of that.
I know you're going to be honored at the 13th annual She Rocks Awards. How does it feel to be receiving that honor and be amongst that group of women?
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning that. I haven't really, it hasn't registered. I'll probably be more eloquent the night I receive the award, and I'll hopefully have something decent to say when I'm there in front of a microphone. I mean, I have received awards now that I'm getting older. Like there's more awards and recognition for some of the things I'm doing in my lifetime, which is it's beautiful to be seen. I don't do what I do for that, but I like being seen for my feminism and my humanism. Like we as women need more room and oxygen and space, and we need to occupy more space. We need more
Mhm.
confidence. We need more pay. We need more visibility. We need more voice. We need more agency. So if I can play any part in helping create more room for women, then hallelujah, I'm doing something right. So, glad to be there alongside Amanda Palmer, who's a
Mhm.
badass. So I'm glad to be considered in that company because that's
Yeah.
always like been my hope and my intention is to
Well,
be
that's
kind of making room for more women,
yeah.